we have a projectile that can shoot from based on input. We don't have it shooting from anywhere in particular. Like we don't have a gun or a hand throwing it or anything like that. And they have us binding the mesh and all that stuff inside of code, C++. It's just a lot easier in Blueprint, so we'll leave it as we had it. Probably come back and change it later, but for right now it's fine. What I do want to do is change the setting projectile collision and lifetime. So as it says in the demo, right now our projectiles live forever. They don't disappear. They don't collide with other objects in the world, so they don't bounce. So we need to actually make some changes. So we want to go to our FPS projectile.cpp for the constructor, and we want to set the initial lifespan to 3. So I'm going to copy snippet, go to Visual Studio, and then inside the constructor, I'm going to add this to the, well, they do it in the bottom, which I guess is fine. We'll do that there. We set the projectile to despawn after 3 seconds. It's another value we can change later. Well, let's test it out. So I have my BP projectile that I dragged in here. I'm going to delete that. I just want ones that I spawn. Press play. I'm going to shoot a few. Press F8 and see if they disappear after a while. And they do. They do despawn. Cool. In fact, let's test it out even further. I'm going to have them despawn after just 1 second. And I'm going to decrease the speed to 1000 and max speed to 1000. Just so we can test to see if that actually does work the way I want it to. We'll put it back later. There we go. It does disappear after 1 second. That's good. That's if we want it to disappear. Maybe you decide you don't want to. But I'm going to go ahead and reset those. So we have the limiting of the projectile's lifespan done. Back in this tutorial, we need to edit the collision settings. So we're going to go ahead and follow these directions all the way up until we finish up with testing projectile collision, but we will build the way that we've learned. So before we get to the crosshairs, go ahead and kind of get things up and running up to that point, and pause the video, the recording rather, and show you what it looks like at the end. All right, so by following the code, the tutorial, I have a box that I can move, and the projectile will hit the thing and actually delete the object. I'll add an impulse, so it will like push the object. You can change those settings all different ways, but let's look at the code that we had. So for instance, we added in a function for what to do on hit. And in that function, here we'll say, well, if we're simulating physics, so if the object we're hitting has physics turned on, then it will add an impulse at location. So it'll push the object. We can change the amount it pushes it by modifying this value. So I can set this to 500 and it would push a lot harder. It then destroys the object, destroys the projectile. And code from earlier, what this does is the constructor, it sets the collisions to follow the collision profile that was set up in the instructions. And it will add in a dynamic OnHit effect. So when it hits something, it will call this function. Now, if I don't want to destroy the projectiles, I can actually just comment this out, which I will. And I'm going to set this to not destroy the objects. I'm going to have them just like delete on their own. File and save. Then I'm actually going to drag this box and move it over. Press play. So now you can shoot it, and the projectiles don't disappear. They just kind of launch off in a different direction. Which I kind of like. So I kind of wish it would kind of hit and then like just fall to the ground. One thing that I did in order to kind of change how my projectile behaves, I increased the bounciness to 6.3, right? I just increased it to kind of an arbitrary value. And then I changed it. So once my OnHit is triggered, so once I hit something, right, for the first time, I actually set this up to where it will disable the projectile movement component. So it stops the movement and then deactivates it. This way, the projectile calculations are no longer handling it. And instead, I get the collision and I set the physics back on. So the projectile does not use the physics engine by default the way we have it set up. But by doing this, we can disable the projectile movement and then enable physics simulation, which gives us something like this. So we'll press play. I can shoot and it behaves the same way, but as soon as I hit something, it falls to the ground. And it will no longer actually work the way we want it to. So it won't, let's say it hits 2 targets, it will no longer work. It will no longer behave the way we'd want it to. We'd expect it to, rather. Instead, it shoots once and then just exists there, which I think is a little cooler than kind of just disappearing or getting destroyed. But that's entirely up to you how you want to handle that. In this situation, I'd actually increase the lifespan to like 30 seconds. So that way it kind of exists for a long time and doesn't go away right away. But again, this is entirely up to you. It's optional. I just figured I'd show it to you. I thought it was pretty cool. So that's through following the tutorial up to the end of 3.4 where we go to 3.5. And this has us adding in a crosshair, which we're not going to do at this stage. We can, but I don't really want to worry about that because we have to worry about the HUD and all that stuff a little bit later anyways. So let's kind of leave it at this. So now we have shooting, looking, and moving. So we have the start of a game. One thing I'm going to do before we move forward, though, is I'm going to go into my blueprints, open up my player character, and I'm going to change the hidden in game, the mesh, or for the collision rather. So capsule component, hidden in game, turn that back on. That way it looks a little better. We don't see that weird crosshair. And then I'm actually going to go in here to go to my viewport, select my BP player character. I'm going to add in a cube. I'm going to shrink this down a lot. And I'm going to set this to be at the muzzle offset that I set up earlier, which was 150, -50. So I'm actually going to bring it forward to 100. Y of 50, Z of -50, which probably won't work right, but let's. This cube, yeah, it's way too low. Cube is just there as a temporary kind of helper for us to see where our projectile is launching from. And it is working. It is just, blocking things. So we'll have to set that so the collision for this. So for this, I'll go to collision. Collision presets. This is for the cube. Collision presets, and I'll set this to be no collision. We won't collide at all. It is just there to show us where we're shooting from. Doesn't rotate it with us, which is fine. It's just a bit of a guide. So that's going to be it for this one. Yeah, thanks.